Hey guys, and welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn about layers, what they are, how they work, features of layers, and so on and so forth. Basically, an introduction to layer, and we are going to advance our knowledge as the course progress. Now, this is a new project, the project we opened in our previous video. And if you are not here, you can create a new project. We learned how to do this in our previous video. And if you're not on this workspace, you can click on Windows, hover on workspace, then click on Essentials to be here. And if you are not still here, you can reset Essentials. Every new project you start in Photoshop comes with a new layer, and you observe that it's locked because when you try to move your layer after selecting your move tool, you observe that you're unable to move your layer because it is locked. And when you select on the lock icon, you'll be able to unlock your layer. Then you observe that the options above comes to life or then becomes active. You can choose any option above to modify your layer. And after unlocking your layer, then you select your move tool. Then you can now move your layer to any direction of your choice. While moving your layer, you will observe there's a checker pattern behind the layer, which means that behind this layer, there's nothing else, which implies transparency. Layers are of different kinds, and we're going to learn about them. Lock back our layer and then come to File, click on Place Embedded, then move to your folder. I'm on Photoshop tutorial, then choose an image, then Place. Then click here to place completely. Then at our layer panel, we found out that there is a layer above our default layer. This layer represents our image. And we can see it covers part of the white here, and we can move it around. I am going to bring in the second image by going to place embedded and click. Then choose my image, then place. And I'm going to click here to finally place. You can see I'm having the third layer here. Layer are like sheet of papers stacked upon each other. The one at the top is the most visible. And we can also change the position of our layer to be able to see the one below by dragging down and place. Now we can see the one below. This is how to move our layers. There are different types of layers, like the transparent layer, which you can put something on. To be able to create a transparent layer, come below and click on this plus icon. Then you see you're having a new layer, which is transparent. For you to be able to identify this a transparent layer, you have to say that the thumbnail here is having a checker pattern, which symbolizes transparency. Now we can add something to this layer. First, select the layer, then move to the tool panel, then choose the brush tool. The brush tool is used to add stuffs on layer. Then move to the properties bar at the top. Here you can customize your brush tool. Here is the size. You can choose whatever size you want for your brush tool. Here is the hardness. This signifies how soft or how hard your brush tool, your paint will look like. Then after customizing your brush tool, then you can paint on selected layer. It is not visible enough. Okay, our opacity is low. Increase it to 100%. Then you see it is more visible. Then we can paint on that selected layer and it will not affect the rest. To check if it does not affect the rest, then we select our move tool. Then we select our layer. Then try to move. You see it does not affect other layer. Then we observe is on top of other layers because it's the topmost one. We can click here to hide and review layer. We are able to add a brush paint on our transparent layer. At the top here, we have opacity, which means how visible our layer is. We can select on our layer, then come here to add or reduce opacity. We can also delete our layer by clicking on our layer, drag down to the beam icon below and release. Then our layer is deleted. We can also bring our layer by clicking Ctrl Z and our layer is back. We can also click on the plus icon to add more layers. You can also delete the whole layer by clicking on the first layer, then holding shift, then click on the last layer you want to delete. Then drag down to beam and release. We can also group our layers by clicking on the layers we want to group. Then click and drag down here. Then we are having a group folder for the layers. And also you can double click on the group to rename. You can open the group and work on them individually. While selecting the group, you will move to the properties bar here where it says group. Click on it and change it to layer. It will enable you work on the layers separately. Then here is the auto select. When you have it checked, you can select the group or layer direct from the workspace. And we can also drag our layers out of the group by clicking on them and drag up. Then we can then delete the group. Then we can also merge our layer by clicking on our layers, then right click and select merge layers. And then you can now relate to them as one layer. Now you have learned the basics about layers.